my topic is how to launch a representative, how to start someone off. In my opinion, this is one of the most important topics. You got one shot to start the people off the right way, because whatever you teach them will duplicate. Does that make sense with everybody? And what I'm going to teach you guys today, I'm going to give you a launch training, but there's a difference between me giving you a launch training and you launching someone. Does that make sense? What I'm going to teach you today, you need to physically do with your new representative, not just train them like I'm going to do with you. So let's get started. When you get together with a new person that wants to sign up in a business, you understand that when you're sponsoring someone, you're taking responsibility to start off that person the right way. That's the definition of sponsoring someone. So you have a major responsibility to show them what to do to get started. You need to start understanding, showing them that they have some short-term goals that we're going to show them how they can attain to get them excited. Do you understand the quickest thing that you need to do with a new representative is get them a check in their pocket? Does that make sense? The biggest tip I can give you today, guys, if you focus on your people making money, not your check, focus on their check, and your business will take off. So the purpose today in the training, there's a few things understanding in the launching of a business is very, very simple. Number one, when launching a new representative, you need to make sure you show them and teach them how to sign themselves up. This is really critical. Sometimes we get all excited when a new representative wants to sign up and you sign them up. Wrong. You need to get in front of a computer, get them to go to the ACN website and help them sign themselves up. Why? In ACN, we only do two things to make money. Do you guys agree? We only sign up reps and we only sign up customers. That's all we do to make money. So if you help them sign themselves up, they're already 50% trained as of the first day in the business. Does that make sense with everybody? This other thing that you need to understand is you need to teach people how to order their services. At the beginning, guys, the business is really teaching order entry at the beginning. How to sign yourself up, how to order your services. Those are the first basic steps. Don't order their services. Help them order their services. Does that make sense? And the third part of it, you have to make sure you let them understand how to get promoted to the first earned position of executive team trainer, and teach them a simple skill as how to invite people to take a look at this information. It's funny, I did a presentation for a gentleman in Montreal about a week ago, called me up after a week and goes to me, I don't think I can sign up representatives. And I go, what do you mean? I didn't tell you. In ACN, you're not supposed to sign up representatives. He goes, what? I go, no, you're not supposed to sign up representatives. You're supposed to introduce people to me, and my job is to sign up representatives. Does that make sense? Well, teach them that they have to learn to be a professional inviter, how to get them to look at the information without blowing all of the information, and teach them how to get started. Now, we have a launch document in our back office that every single person, when you're launching a new representative, it's critical that you have this launch document with you. It's the checklist that I'm going to go through today, so it'll walk you step by step of what you have to do with your new representative to help them get off to the right steps. So once the person sits down with you, you get to help themselves sign themselves up. You help them get their rep ID number. Make sure you help them log into their back office, My ACN for Reps, and teach them where to find the necessary information. The section that teaches new team trainers start here. The fact that ACN has a whole new training module, get them started in learning the business. The next part is helping them order their services. Now understand this, we all know that in ACN, the new representative does not have to take any of his own services. You guys understand that? They do not have to take their own services. But between us guys, don't they really have to take some services to have some confidence in what we're doing? Here's what I tell them. Let me ask you a question, guys. If we start our own plumbing company together, wouldn't you agree we'd have to buy some tools, yes or no? Some wrenches, some tools, etc. Well, guys, let me ask you a question. If we start our own phone company together, what do you think we need to buy? Wow, phones! You guys are geniuses. Let me show you how to get the phones. Now, we all agree that we want people to get video phones, right? That's our main product moving forward. But here's a tip. Never tell someone you have to buy a video phone. Never tell them what to do. People don't like to be told what to do. But you can lead them down the path. They have them answer their own question and tell themselves what to do. And here's how I do it. Let me ask you a question. Who in the room wants to make money on video phones? Do you think you should have one? Let me show you how to order it. Right? So who told them to buy the video phone? They did. You showed them the inherent value of having our main product and be able to show and demonstrate the products. So understand this. You need to make the new representative understand that when you get started, we don't want you to go sell services. We don't want you to go convince your mom to become a customer yet. We want them to understand the different sources of customers. What's the first source of customers? Is yourself. You gotta believe in your own product and become a product of the product. Guys, you just understand in my own home, I'm over 14 points myself. Right? How? I have a local phone line, long distance, internet, cell phone, air card, 2 video phones, alarm system. Does that make sense? Explain to them, and here's a tip, if you want your new people to start with as many services as possible, guess what you got to do? Have all the services that you're going to recommend to them. No one will ever take anything that you do not currently have. Does that make sense with everybody? Leaders lead by example in our opportunity. I understand that they doubt them to understand at the beginning, all we want you to take your own services. No rejection in that. Does that make sense? Second source of customers is we're going to meet some people this week for you. And the people that don't see the inherent value of this business, my job is to help them become your customer. Does that make sense? That's the only thing we want the new people to understand. Because you know the hardest part, guys? People go home and try to convince their mother to become a customer. And mom says no. And they just quit the business, right? If I can't convince my own mother, this is impossible. So as we only want them to convince themselves as they get started. Does that make sense with everybody? Help them walk themselves through myacn.com and help them order their service. Don't tell them, order your services. Help them order their services. The next thing you want to understand is teach them and understand that we have some goals to attain. Well, in the business, you need to understand that you need to figure out what this new person wants. Once you know what their burning desire is and what they're looking for, you'll be able to show them how they can go and get it. Does that make sense? So always ask them questions. Listen, you're starting this new business. What do you want to get out of this business? Here's a couple of questions you can ask them. You know, very simple. Who in the room would like to get out of debt? Right? Here's a tip. You got to figure out how much debt you're in. Because too many people think if they don't look at it, it's not going to appear. Set some short-term goals. Maybe pay off a credit card that's $4,000 or $5,000. Maybe one of your goals, like Matthew Lamontagne, was to retire his mother. Maybe one of their goals is to get a new house. Maybe one of their goals is to save up and get married and go on a honeymoon. Find out what they're looking for, and once you have that, write that down. Make sure you know specifically what they want. That's what will hold their feet to the fire. Does that make sense? So I always tell people, listen, I'll make you a deal. How badly do you want to retire your mother, Matthew? Really bad, you, right? Well, we'll team up together and we'll help you go and do that, but we need to make a commitment together. So when I make a commitment with my new person, I'll match the hours that you put into the business. I'm always very upfront with people, guys. Don't tell people you'll sign up and you'll make money. That's not true. This is a business where you have to put some work into this. There's no $500,000 investment. There's only some sweat equity that you've got to put into this business. Do you understand? I tell my new people, you understand this is called network marketing, not work marketing. Does that make sense? We need them to understand that they got to put some time and effort into this and be upfront with them. Guys, a part